So we had a great start to the games with my flight getting cancelled this morning at about 3 a.m. I was just putting my shoes on about 3:45ish, getting ready to go and get to the airport when my dad texted me to say that our flight had been cancelled. So it's been a bit of a faff, really, and I ended up getting the train from Edinburgh to London and then getting the Eurostar from London to Paris. I've in the village just overnight in Paris, and then I'm getting driven to Châteauroux tomorrow morning. So it's been a bit of a faff. My dad, fortunately, ages ago, we put my firearms on his certificates for an eventuality such as this. And it's a good thing we did too, because it means that he can then fly. He's flying tomorrow now on British Airways via London to Paris, and then he'll drive from there. But it means that I still get my rest day before we then go into training. So it's a bit crappy for, well, both of us really, because it means we didn't get to travel together, but it's kind of worked out in the end, and not too bad. But yeah, great start. Hey guys, welcome to Casa Shona. This is going to be my hotel room for the next couple of weeks in Châteauroux. We got our Paris duvets, and I was very pleased to find out that the Paralympic side of the duvet is very aesthetically matching to the hotel pillows and to my own pillow. We've got a little ducky there in the middle, keeping cozy. Over there we've got books and things and my charger, things to keep me occupied. Over in this corner we have exercise corner with all my exercise equipment. I got that little fan on the bedside table there at Aldi, so I'm excited to use that. Over here we have Warhammer corner, with Warhammer to keep me occupied, my laptop for doing my vlogging, my other vlogging equipment, my hat stand, my accreditation, my little buddies. All of my clothes for the 2 weeks. I've hung up some wash bags for my dirty clothes. Shoes go underneath. If you spotted this at the start, this is my snack corner, I guess. You can see my kettle, and I've got my own tea. I've got my penguin biscuits as required. If you're wondering though, Shona, that's not enough snacks. You're going to get hungry. You would be right. Over in this cupboard, we have more snacks. So there's some stuff in the fridge, and then I've got a ton of snacks there and more snacks up there. So I am all packed out on the snack front. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you like. I'm enjoying, and I'll see you there. Okay team, we just got our next load of swag. And this bag is from the organising committee, so our Olympic phone is in there, a couple of water bottles from some sponsors and some other things I haven't opened yet. And then over here we've got some things from Team GB. I'll show you about this more. This is a pen. It's a really nice pen. I've been using the Tokyo one. It's been my lucky pen. This is a bracelet from Matlin and Webb. I'll show it to you in a bit. For like one team, so everybody gets one of these, including like staff, which is really awesome. This is our Team GB book, and basically has all the history of Team GB, which is really, really cool. There's tons of stuff in there. Oh look, it's my hero. And then yeah, there's tons of stuff in here. It's like all about everything in there. So that's really cool. I'll go have a look at that properly. And then this is our presentation tracksuit. And Team GB do this wonderful thing where we have these little tags for every games that you've been to. So like one games, you get one tag, 2 games, 2 tags, etc, etc. And on the back they have, this is 2020, so that's my Tokyo one, and then 2024 for Paris. How cute is that? Ooh. Good shot of the targets. Do you like our new ice vests?
They're amazing, aren't they?
They look like tack vests.
They are bulletproof as well.
Yeah. Do you think it would? Do you think you'd just get water in your chest?
And a bullet.
Well, and a bullet, yes. Yes. We've got our sexy new ice vests. Hey team. We had mixed air rifle today. It's our first match of the games, it was the first medal of the games. We were 26th out of 28th. So not brilliant, but well, we did our best, but also this match for us, like, we knew there was going to be it was going to be almost impossible for us to make it into one of the medal matches. So we were both viewing this, we were all viewing this as a sort of tactical match for us to, you know, we were looking at this as like a sort of tactical match to, you know, get going and get some of the nerves out of the system and things like that. So I think we've done that. I'm really proud of Mike for how he worked. Like, I could see him, one of the benefits of being the female in the pair is that you get to stand behind and I get to watch really what my partner's doing, and I could see Mike working really hard on his process and working really hard, and I'm really proud of him for how he conducted himself and how he shot, and I'm really proud of him that he's now an Olympian. His first shot in Olympics will always be at 10.9, which is just like the best way to start, so I'm really happy for him. My own shooting was not the best, by no means really bad either. Some things to work on for tomorrow, but really I'm just having a bit of a, you know, crisis of confidence again. So I've spent quite a lot of time with the psych this afternoon, chatting to her and chatting to my dad and to my other half, and just kind of trying to put enough of me back together to shoot the next one. I had an awful lot of self-talk today, talking about I can't do this. I'm not capable of performing at this level. I'm obviously capable of performing at a high level, but I think this might just be beyond me. Games last time kind of went the same. There were lots of mitigating circumstances with COVID and the like, and that's old history, but it's kind of coming back now. And World Championships was the same. I didn't perform very well because I felt like I was under an awful lot of pressure due to sort of funding. I had to win medals at that World Championships in order to get any funding, and I didn't do it because it was too much pressure for me. So yeah, I really struggled then, and I just had a lot of thoughts today about not being capable of performing at this level, and just it not being in my wheelhouse. I've got all the skills to be able to perform, and I think technically I'm definitely one of the best in the world, but I just had an awful lot of thoughts today around I just can't do this, and that's a demon I'm going to have to fight for the next week or so. I think unfortunately one that I have to fight alone, but I'm sure lots of Olympians have those sorts of feelings as well, so I will keep fighting. Don't worry about that, I suppose. Although by the time you see this, I'll have done all my fighting, but yeah, I will keep fighting. I'm not giving up, but yeah, I'm having a wee crisis of confidence at the moment. Well, today kind of sucked. I don't even know where to start, to be honest. I forgot my accreditation, for one. Got to the range and went to pat my chest to pull it across and realised it wasn't there, so I had to wait a wee bit and get Stephen to pick it up from my room and bring it out to the range, which actually didn't faze me too much because we were plenty early. I got my stuff ready and got on point. Still not feeling particularly confident in my abilities, but ready to work for it. And then picked up my gun just before the start of sighters and went, something's wrong. You know, sometimes you feel weird when you're like under pressure, so I went round again and I picked it up the second time. I was like, no, something's wrong. And my tube on the front end of my gun was twisted. It was turned way to the left. I couldn't see my foresight. It was kind of this far away from where it should have been. So I like pulled the gun off, went straight to Dad and was like, something's not right. He tried to fix it, but a couple of the grub screws that were holding the tube in place had made a big gouge like in the outside of the barrel, so we couldn't get the tube to turn properly. So I went on and fired a shot, and it was in the white. It was a 0. And I went, no, swap guns. Thankfully I brought a spare with me, but I was like, no, we need to swap rifles. Let's not waste any more time here, because the sighters were already halfway through by that point, and let's not waste any more time, just swap the rifles. So Dad went to go and get the spare, and we swapped the rifles, and asked the jury, the jury were like, well, this gun's not been through equipment control, and I'm like, okay, but you won't ever let us take 2 rifles through, like, I have a spare for a reason. But thankfully they let me like do a check after the fact. But I asked as well if I could get any more time, and they said no more time, but you can have sighters basically and press match when you're ready, but you won't get any extra time, which was fine. I managed that, but even swapping guns, the shot was still in the same place, so I ended up having to wind my sights anyway, which is not ideal, as I had to wind them quite far in the end. And then the match itself, like, I felt okay, I felt reasonably calm, I was working hard, but air rifle's been going so badly recently. I really just don't think I have air rifle in me just now. I don't think, regardless of gun malfunction or anything else, whether it would have made much of a difference today. I think my air rifle's just me and air rifle have not been friends recently, and I don't think it would have changed the outcome particularly. On inspection afterwards, my foresight has a big crack in it. I'll try and put a picture of it here. And I think maybe the foresight pillar has got a wee dent, and that's maybe why the shots went in the same place for both guns. But I think it's maybe like either been dropped in the armory or it's fallen out of the rack in the armory and it's been damaged, and either nobody's noticed or nobody's fessed up to it. But it's not just my rifle. One of the Australians, he doesn't mind me saying so, but one of the Australians had a similar issue, but he managed to notice during dry training because he did dry firing before the match, which I never do. So, yeah. Just sucks, really. Well, that's the end of my Olympics, unfortunately. Today did not go as planned. I shot good kneeling, good prone, but I think similar to the air rifle, I just don't think my air rifle and my standing positions are robust enough to handle pressure, and I just couldn't hack it in the end. I didn't leave myself enough time to manage standing, I guess. It's not felt amazing all year, but I've been managing it and it's been working. But I took my time with the kneeling and with the prone and worked really hard, and it paid off because the kneeling and the prone's good, but I didn't leave myself enough time. It was tactical error, I suppose, and just really struggled with the standing. The wind was tricky. I've shot in trickier wind. I just don't think I gave myself enough time to shoot in wind like that, and I can't really begin to say how disappointed I am in myself and for everybody. I feel like I've let a lot of people down, including myself, I suppose. I really wanted this. Everybody really wants this. But yeah, it just wasn't to be, I suppose, and I have lots of thoughts racing around my head of, if I am to do a third one, will I have the same problem? Will I have another crisis of confidence at the last minute and not be able to perform under this kind of pressure? And I'm like, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can shoot under this kind of pressure. I think like maybe the only reason I've been winning World Cups is because they took all the pressure away from World Cups. They don't count for funding, they don't count for quota places, like they don't count for anything other than like kudos, I suppose. So now I'm like, well, maybe I wouldn't have been winning all these World Cups if there'd been any amount of pressure on them. And yeah, lots of things floating around my head. But yeah. I have a giant head. You can make a snow angel. Hi everyone, that's me back from the games. Yeah, did the games, I came back home, I went back to London to do a thing at the fan zone in London. I came back home again, I went back down to London, spent a day with Holly, and then jumped on the train, went across back to Paris for the closing ceremony, got to see the village and things, and then jumped on yet another train and came home again. So it's been a very yo-yo-y last week or so, but I've had some good moments, I suppose. I'm still obviously incredibly disappointed with the outcome of my games. I still don't feel like I shot well or performed well at all. I still feel like I've let an awful lot of people down, and I'm still feeling, I guess, quite a lot of shame, I suppose. And I know loads of people will tell me, oh, you shouldn't be feeling that way, or you shouldn't feel this, or you shouldn't feel that. But I don't know if any of you have had any experience of going to therapy. They always tell you that shouldn't shouldn't be in your vocabulary, and that it doesn't matter whether you should or shouldn't be feeling something, it matters whether you are or aren't. So just accepting that my feelings are my feelings and trying to manage them, and yeah. I'm struggling a lot with anxiety at the moment. I'm assuming it's related. Struggling to sleep as well. At least I can get to sleep now, but I've been having loads of like really weird dreams. I'm not staying asleep for very long. I'm still feeling pretty tired. Yeah, I'm sure it'll all go away over time. Just takes time, I suppose. In terms of what's next, I don't really know, to be honest. I'm kind of going with the flow through to October. Grant's little brother's getting married in Mallorca in October, so we're going on holiday for a week, and then I'm back for a couple of days and I go away on holiday with Holly to New York. So I'm looking forward to those things, and then I think once I get back, maybe November time, I'll sit down and have a think about the sort of what's next in the sort of short to mid-term. I've got a few things I want to get done and things. Whether I'll keep shooting or not, I don't know. I'm certainly going to take a long extended break. I won't be at the World Cup final because I'm going to be in New York. I wasn't planning on doing it anyway. So I don't think you'll see me on a shooting range for the next year or so, at least, possibly longer, possibly never again. I don't know, you just have to wait and see. There's a lot of me right now who wants to go for a third games, but this entire last 2 years I've just wanted to stop because I sacrificed so much to be able to do this, and now the sacrifice and what I'm getting out of it, the scales have tipped, and this whole year I was just like, can't wait till I stop. The travelling's taken a toll on me. There's so many things I can't do because I'm too busy shooting, and I just kind of want to move on. But yeah, right now there's a large part of me wants to keep going for another games to try and actually like achieve something at an Olympics, I suppose. It's going to sound really cocky, but I've been number one twice now before Olympics, and both times I've not even made the final. So I don't know, I feel like I've got something to prove, probably just to myself. I'm sure nobody really cares. But yeah, I don't know whether that's a wise decision or not, and I won't be making any decisions for a long time, certainly. But yeah, I suppose that's where I'm at the moment. If I decide to keep vlogging, I suppose you'll see my journey as I heal, if you're interested, I suppose. I don't know if I will keep vlogging or not at this point in time. Yeah, really just I need to take some time, and it'll take time, and I've said that like a billion times now, but it will. Thanks for supporting me on my journey. Thanks for watching all the vlogs. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate all the support I've had from home and abroad, and all the people who've helped me get here. It's too long a list, and if I start, I'm sure I'll forget somebody, which will make me feel even worse. So thank you to everybody I need to thank, and you all know who you are. Yeah, my team's behind me. My dad, obviously, especially. Grant, my two physios, Craig and Simon, Jess, my psychologist, and Ollie, who was on site with us and has always been in my corner. Stephen at British Shooting, and everybody else at British Shooting. Yeah. My friends and my mum who came out to see me, my big sister. Yeah, my family, Grant's family. I said I wasn't going to start because I'm going to forget somebody, but yeah, it's a long list. There's a huge team behind the team. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I might see you again, I might not.